All right, guys, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Unlimited TV Radio. My name is Daffy Matthew Saguna. You love to call me the Unlimited of Sports. Sorry, starting behind schedule. The whole system is doing this. If you can notice, there is no sync tune. There's no background music or what we call sync tune because somehow this other system is still doing upgrade, and I do not understand why it's slow, but we've got to manage it and see if it will come on eventually. Having said that, thank you for your patience if you've been waiting, and for those of you who sent me a message and who's been worried why we're not live. I'm very, very sorry. It's not planned. I've been up since before 6 trying to get this going, but Joshua Ozuem from Barcelona. Thank you very much for joining in. Well, it was a show of shame, massive disgrace and embarrassment from it is here. My tea, Mrs. Sedafi, the champion of the championless. I've turned up in style and I made it happen. Okay. My audio is not good yet. Okay, now it's good. Yeah, so it was a show of shame. And let's be very honest here. There's a lot of excuse making instead of the normal outcry that would precede such actions if it had happened in Nigeria, in Ghana, South Africa, Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Benin Republic, Libya, Tunisia, Zambia, Mozambique, Angola, Egypt, Morocco, to name just a few. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, it happened because of Argentina's song at the Copa America finals." Pause. Let's backtrack. The Champions League finals was held in Paris. Liverpool played in that finals. We also saw the crazy disorganized organization. Okay, they say from Paris with love. There's no love there. Some things are just not right, and calling it out does not mean you are hating on them. I've seen people say that for this you're doing, you're just hating on them. You're trying to make excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm holding them accountable just the same way people hold us accountable when things like this happen in Nigeria or in Africa. And to create excuses and try to act like it doesn't matter is a one-off. No, it's not a one-off. It's been happening. Neymar faced this type of fans backlash when he was playing for Paris Saint-Germain. When the Champions League finals was hosted in Paris, it had nothing to do with Argentine fans or Argentine players singing a song. It was like that. The Euros 3 years ago, the finals of the Euro, England versus Italy at Wembley, we saw it's so bad they did a documentary, shamelessly did a documentary and put it on Netflix, made money out of their own show of shame and stupidity. Well, some other people will say, only smart people can make money out of their foolishness. Well, I can agree to that. As a media person, I can understand that. And people say, no publicity is bad publicity. Hello, some publicity is not bad publicity. And the fact that my own grouse, my own pain is the fact that my diaspora brothers and sisters who normally, if this type of thing happened in Nigeria, let's use my country as an example, and defending the integrity of my country, they will go ballistic, they will go crazy on social media. They will tell you this is the reason why Nigeria cannot be good among great nations. This is why we are a zoo. This is why we are this, we're backward, blah, 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 blah. Well, the great country, who are very good, who are organized. Last October, I was in Paris. And as I landed at the Orly airport, like this, coming down the escalator, there was high military presence. Me and Omar, very high military presence. And I was like, that period where they talk about bed bugs and all that, they were all having semi-automatic machine guns with them. All of them were in that mood for war. And it's like, wait, is it terrorists? I was like, I was supposed to ask Omar, now in the Europe since. Oh, but is there an information that a terrorist is landing at this airport? Because the way this guy, the way they use the gun, they face this the people where they calm down like this. So it's not good though. So accidental discharge will happen, but her audio bill say I will not come off first because my mother used to pray one prayer for me. So if it happen for front, I go do back. If it happen for back, I don't already pass. And I I used to say amen to that prayer. That prayer was a very good prayer. So I know say my name not that among the people where they could just use accidental discharge to kill. I've seen many of that happen to people when I was growing up in Warri. I survived it, not be Paris, it can't go to happen to me. So I was always conscious of that. I was mindful of that fact anyway. That's my mother's prayers protection that I have. Having said that though, all of those things never make the news. If you look at the headlines across Europe, nobody's even talking about what happened in Paris. Like it's not a major thing. It's just I say side dish, sidebar. They just put them on the sidebar. They make it just men up like say. Then look at Daily Mail, for instance. If that happened in Nigeria, it would be the biggest front splash for Daily Mail. They see the talk of Enzo Maresca style is exposed in debut, Blues improve in one key area. The Cohen shows some five things we learned as Chelsea can only draw with League One exam. Okay, Maresca's miserable start. BBC pundit, different stories that are not related. We don't follow. Matters we don't follow. Now everybody they talk. Okay. Gunnar still face question mark at left back. Smith Rowe inches towards the exit door. Timbers return. 5 things we learn. Now they are learning five things everywhere. Everybody, and the Murray. Then when they brought it out, so this is the story. So like, no, so they never even talk about that. Argentina and Morocco are called back out to finish final 3 minutes of Olympic football clash over an hour after players walked off with equalizer ruled out following pitch invasion. The picture just show very nice and easy going situations. Okay. Even in Africa now you hear carnage, bloodbath, life-threatening situation. Near death, players misses near death pitch invasion. I say, well, I understand. We're learning from all of this. We're learning. If it still happen for this side too, we know the kind of headlines we will use. So no, everything will just balance like that. You for me, I told you, no problem. I fall for ground, you fall for ground, and I draw balance. But there's a story here. Former world fastest man says 99% of Olympic sprinters are dirty and open up on taking PEDs, dealing heroin, and life in jail. Okay, I'm sure you don't know that one. It's Tim Montgomery. I'm sure you remember that name, Tim Montgomery, who was the world fastest man some years ago. But that's a story gone by now. Come out and say, look, the kind race where people they run, all those races, go and sit down there. Something that they add something to the journal. Nobody is wired or programmed to run like that. No coaching, no training. Something the journal. And I just want to know they know. But more just leave it like that. Well, let's look at some transfer conversations that within the space. Yesterday I told you guys that Arsenal are interested in Athletic Bilbao winger who's 22 years ago, Williams, and Real Sociedad midfielder Mikel Merino, who's 28, but face competition from Barcelona for both Spanish international. Now, for me, if Arsenal are really serious, we would eventually at least one of them because Barcelona does not have the resources, the wherewithal to sign those two players. After my show, someone had the engagement conversation, and I told him that look, if I was the Barcelona management, I would let one of those two players go, Lewandowski or Frankie de Jong, because those guys are earning. They're ever earning more than Mbappe. How Madrid does their own business anyway, I don't know. It's a bit tough, to see that somebody is earning 350,000 euros every week in a club that is struggling for money, and then another one is earning 320 or so thousand every week for a team like Barcelona. Even Mbappe, who everybody's talking about his move, the sign-off fee is big. It's very, very big, but the way they will spread it might not even really go that big anymore. So amortization or whatever you want to call it. But I'm just looking at the Barcelona team, and I was like, a club like that going through that kind of struggles, thank God for their academy. Thank God for the La Masia that produces young players for them. Imagine if they didn't have the academy, they didn't invest heavily in the academy to produce young players for them. I wonder how they'll be doing. But if I am there, I would definitely let Lewandowski go. I will also let Frankie Young go, and then I'll get some young players, and I'll restart the process, the rebuild. Accept that okay, in the next 5 years we might not be up there because again, these guys will not win you anything. Okay, these current guys will not win you anything. Probably okay, the league or Copa del Rey, but they don't really look because the fear factor is not there. Why not just start the rebuild once instead of holding on to the relic of history of what Messi used to be in this team, and then you're struggling because there's no fight. Let's be very, very honest with ourselves. Lewandowski have passed his prime. Right. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think that Lewandowski have passed his prime. And if I was any team, I would not be giving a player who's past his prime 350,000 euros every week. I will find a way to terminate that contract, extricate myself from it, free up money, and sign other players. Nico Williams is a good player, and he would love to play for Barcelona. Family Feud. You know, when you watch Family Feud, Steve Harvey will say, if you don't get it, the other family, the Boboye family can snatch. So I think it's something that if I was the Barcelona team, that's what I would do, especially building a new stadium. Yeah, we all know that the 1 billion euro profits range. I don't know if it is fake money, if it's audio money, but let's put it there that that's what we saw. Okay, so if I was in Barcelona, that's what I would do. But hey, I'm not in Barcelona. Let me just do my normal job, what I'm responsible for, and push it one step at a time. Well, there's a lot of transfer stories and rumors that are flying right now. Let us look at some of them and share my opinion and my thought on it. You can also share your thoughts on the comment section and tell us what you think, what you feel, how you think about these transfers. What club is doing well? The preseason has started yesterday. Arsenal, or Zelia, Arsenal drew 1-1 with Bournemouth. We also saw the Chelsea friendly team like Tottenham Hotspur are on fire. They are not even struggling. It seems like the season didn't end for them. They are continuing where they stop. But we'll see. Remember last season, their coach, Mr. Angel Postecoglou, sorry, I've been a Postino, won the first manager of the month 3 straight. The same way Nuno Espirito Santos did, but they struggled to make it up for eventually last season. So I'm not going to sit here. They were beaten to it by Aston Villa. So I'm not going to sit here and say, they are not they're not a threat. They are a threat to Aston Villa and to other persons. I don't see them as a threat to Arsenal anyway. Arsenal is on a different dimension, chasing against the best team in the league, or probably one of the best teams in Europe in the last 4 or so seasons. So it's a different one. But with the transfer, the way it is dragging, we now know that Calafiori is confirmed. He's going to fly to the US and do his medical, and then from there, Arsenal will move on to some other players. Who are these players? So many names have been mentioned. Iberichis has been mentioned. Mikel Merino has been mentioned. Nico Williams has been mentioned. A few other players like that. And then for Liverpool, not too much is being heard of who they are signing. Remember I said that with the exit of Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool, not mine, they will definitely struggle. And Man United is signing players as if players are going out of fashion. Remind me of last summer Arsenal transfer dealings. Okay, Man United are really doing the business. I don't know if they have money to do the Ugarte deal, but it's still hanging on there. Maybe they don't do the Ugarte deal, they will do for fun. But right now, I'm in a place where I don't doubt Man United transfer anymore, because where we're talking about the fact that Lenioro will go to Madrid. Before I finish my show, the boy don't jump that plane. He was already in Man United. His medical is done. He has signed and is bragging about how he turned down Madrid for Man United. So I'm not going to be here and try to shit on Man United. I know that they are back doing good business, but are they back tactically? I still think Erik ten Hag is not that tactically astute to deal with the Premiership. So the jury for me is still out on him. I don't know if you guys believe that Ten Hag would do it, and probably the Dutch invasion that they now have, assistant coach Dutch, some other Dutch players, Joshua Zirkzee is there already, some other Dutch players around them. might just make it happen. I don't know. Matthews Delete is still a conversation. There's not enough money, but we will see how it goes. But for you, what's your opinion? You think that Man United will be so good that they would? Last season they lost 14 games. For the very first, most number of defeats that they had in the Premier League season, most worst goal return ever. The first time they were in deficit in terms of goal return. So I want to know from you, from what you guys think about Man United currently, the transfer businesses that they've done. I wouldn't, let's not speak out of beef. Let's speak out of the reality of what is on. One of the things that I love about the community on this YouTube channel is the fact that we deal with issues from objective point of view. So let's deal with it from that. And Man United right now, are they now ready to come back to the top four? Who between Liverpool and Aston Villa can they displace? We would have to agree that it will be amount to disaster of grandiose proportion for Man City or Arsenal to fall off the top four. Who among those two can they easily displace? Maybe Aston Villa does not look like we thought that a flurry of club will come and buy their players, and Watkins will be gone, everybody. But you know that the magic of Aston Villa, just like Man City, it's not the players, it's actually the coach. So the manager that they've got is the magic. As long as they've got those managers, it should be fine. And 3 out of 4 teams in the top league, in the top 4 in the Premier League last season had Spanish managers. It's not by accident. Man City, Pep Guardiola, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, Unai Emery, Mr. Good Evening, another Spanish player manager at Aston Villa. It's not coincidence, okay, that eventually Spain also won the Euro. There must be something that they are doing right. Spain women also won the Women's World Cup in that Kiss Gate. Remember, there must be something that they are doing right in Spain. That's why I hope that I could go to Spain and ask a few questions in this my trip if I get everything right the way I hope to. But we're not there yet. Not got to the all clear. We've sent our email. We're waiting for the La Liga office to give us the all clear so that we can walk in and not be told, hey, my friend, what are you doing here? For the go say we don't trespass. These days now, if you're a black man, you have to make sure that everything is done the right way so that you don't get into a place where they say you don't trespass. Or, well, let me have a sip. Oh, damn, feels good. Let's look at the transfer conversations that are going on this morning. Out of nowhere, with strong confidence, like Omo Voodoo of Urubu Kingdom, Atletico Madrid have jumped out of nowhere and they are extremely confident. That's the word, in quotes, extremely confident of securing a deal to sign Chelsea and England midfielder Conor Gallagher. Now, he's 24 years of age. I had predicted before, no, not predicted, I have opined before that Conor Gallagher should be the future captain of Chelsea. He's not a John Terry, but he's an homegrown talent that I felt have enough talent, have enough ability, but from Pochettino to now Enzo Maresca, they've not shown faith. Okay, so Pochettino showed faith in him, but there's something in the board that does not just like Conor Gallagher, because why they want him gone, I don't know. The quick we keep it last season was, he's going to Liverpool, he's going to Man City, he's going to Bayern, he's going to Tottenham Hotspur. Now it is Atletico Madrid. I wish him well. Okay, Crystal Palace are targeting a move for Marseille and Senegal winger Ismaila Sarr, fantastic player on his day, but his days are sometimes far in between. Inter Milan are like Captain Black Ahmad Melo this morning. They are standing by the window of Arsenal and they are hopeful that the deal for Bologna's Italy defender Riccardo Calafiori, 22, will go through fast and it will force Arsenal to sell Poland defender Jacob Kivior. Okay, so Inter Milan, let me tell you, you don't need to force Arsenal. Your job is to bring the right money, put it on the table, and Kivior is all yours. Manchester United are considering a move for 25-year-old Denmark midfielder Martin Holmberg from Sporting Lisbon. If they can have Rasmus Højlund, they should have this one too. So Chelsea are closing in on a deal to sign Villarreal and Denmark under 21 goalkeeper Philippe Jorgensen, who has also attracted interest from Olympique de Marseille. Chelsea have offered 17 million plus add-ons for 22-year-old Jorgensen in the bid to strengthen their goalkeeping options. Does Chelsea really have problem with goalkeeping? Chelsea fans, where are you guys? Where is Peter when I need him? Where is Precious Omoso when I need him? I thought that Chelsea have an embarrassment of good goalkeepers that they can come from. Trent Alexander-Arnold, TAA, For short, he's 25 years of age. He wants to stay at Liverpool despite the English fullback attracting interest from Real Madrid. Well, we should see if Arne Slot would prioritize him and say, okay, you, upon this rock will I build my team and the gate of hell shall not prevail against it. Or he will say, you know what, but if I take this Real Madrid deal, the way they and look you with Bajero, you'll not be really the kind of defender I need. The way Man United are not looking at Wan-Bissaka. Just yesterday, my co-presenter, yes, Sir Bobby Ray, I don't put Sir for name now. Sir Bobby Ray said, let me call his Igbo name so that we know that he's in Nigeria. I'm not a British person. Sir Bobby Ray, what's his name? Ukaigwe said the reason why Man United want to let go of Wan-Bissaka, the Anambra boy, is because the only job is to defend, and if you defend, he's always going down, sliding, and before he will stand up, you have lost the ball. He can't go forward to save his life. He can't cross the ball to save his life. He can't move with the ball, like travel with the ball. He cannot see that Calafiori can do very well. He can't do it, so there is no need for him anymore. Surplus to requirement. Brand, your soul is required in hell. That's according to him, and I rate his opinion very highly, so I accept it. Real Sociedad president Joaquin Aperibe has denied there are any talks ongoing with Liverpool over a potential deal for Japan winger Takefusa Kubo. Okay, Take for short. That guy can play Bosha. He get hurt. That's another Son Heung-min. But let's see how that day goes. If you go and watch the La Liga All Access, you know that guy can play football. Newcastle United are eager to push through a move for AC Milan and German defender Malik Tau, 22 for about £35 million. That's good money. That's good money. They should be pricing Arsenal players in that region and above. Chelsea are prepared to lower their asking price for striker Romelu Lukaku. Why is this transfer window so like low budgeting? Like it's transferring is really like firewood, no cash, like firewood very bit. It started out with like, because of Mbappe, everything's going to be 100 and something, or Siemens 120, this one, that one, that one. Everything like come on by, I don't know money. Anything you get, bring them. We go take us it's like Tinubu economy is also affecting European football. Okay. Chelsea are prepared to lower their asking price for striker Romelu Lukaku from 44 million euros, which is 37 million pounds, to 35 million euros, which is now 29.4 million pounds. But Napoli, they get coconut head like Osimhen. They want to pay close to 25 million euros, which is 21 million pounds for the 31-year-old Belgian international. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, how is it that two major transfer experts are Italians? Okay, Fulham will make an improved offer for Arsenal's Emilio Smith-Rowe. The Carthagers and Crystal Palace have both had transfer bids for the 23-year-old English midfielder turned down by Gunners this month. I beg, improve it and come and take him. Leicester are willing, arrival in West Ham for Arsenal's 24-year-old winger Reece Nelson. Arsenal are willing to listen to bids for England forward Eddie Nketiah with Marcel emerging as a potential destination for the 25 years old. Three Ogbori players I want to leave. Smith Rowe is not Ogbori, but he lost his confidence after the surgery. But the other two useless. Manchester United are set to intensify their search for a full back with Bayern Munich Moroccan international Nasser Mazraoui, 26, thought to be potential option. Manchester United also must wait to sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Adaziani in Anambra State before recruiting a replacement fullback, with West Ham interested in 26-year-old English Anambra defender. Spain's 33-year-old defender Marcos Alonso. That guy used to play free kick for Chelsea, who's a free agent after leaving Barcelona. 24-year-old English player Tarek Michel, who plays for Crystal Palace, and Feyenoord, 26-year-old Slovenian international David Ejko are among potential targets for Manchester United as they look to bring in a left back. Marcos Alonso. Well, a rumor. Let's just leave it like that as a rumor. Everton are closing in on a loan deal for Napoli attacking midfielder Jasper Lindstrom. The 24-year-old Dane would be the Premier League club's fourth summer signing. Nottingham Forest have held talks with Argentine club Talleres about the possibility of signing 24-year-old Paraguayan winger Ramon de Sosa, and if it works, it's good. Liverpool Dutch defender Sepp van der Berg is set to leave Anfield this summer amid interest from Hoffenheim in Germany, as well as Mainz, the former club of Taiwo Awoniyi. So, what's your take on all of this, and any other talking point that you've got in the beautiful world of sports, especially football? The madness in Paris, the fans' invasion on the pitch, and every other thing yet within the space. And I've got a few questions in my inbox that I will share. Remember, come with your checkbook tomorrow. Nonso Ibaga is the guy that we pick. Namso Ibaga is the guy that we pick. Tomorrow his account details will be up there in the Jumbotron, as you guys like to call it, in the comment section, or pin it up there, and you guys will embarrass him with whatever you can. Okay? Now, so now raise your hope. That be this, not go price motor down. I just tell you, no, just go try me, no go price motor down, or go credit, no go borrow money for loan app. Can they say Elegote TV community will pay? No try also. Nobody will pay. Now just jolly good small thing I we do. No come put us for where we know our no do. Because now we can't go put us on social media saying I will set you up. We not set you up to be forewarned. It's to be for harm. This video will be there to bear witness against you and bear witness for me and the entire Elegote TV community. No go take loan. No go make promise for church. Say you will give them 1 million or 10 million. Say Elegote TV community will bring money come. No, don't worry yourself. Oh God. Why is this allowed for my, by the way? Some people that they disappear lately. I know they see them. I mean, they don't rapture. First batch. The community chance don't go heaven. I know. I don't want to. Because I say, when me shall not really they look forward to going to heaven. They make sure I hear the earth. Now the earth I won't hear it. By that time, I will take over Dubai. That time the wealth of the Gentile will be transferred to us. And they make sure I hear the earth. But the heat inside the studio today not be your. I'm like how they praise. I go so wrong living over here. But let's start with the comment section. I don't know what I will start with my WhatsApp because I don't feel they read all of them finish again, but I will try my best. Let me put it there so that it's easy for me to read. Ozuem Joshua say good morning from Barcelona. Good morning to you. Akimola Larry Afana. He said we are here again for a great show. We are here again. Father, we are here again. Holy Ghost, come and take control. Now, not the money devotion from the house. Now, don't money devotion. I know this thing. You know, say that half asleep, half awake. If your mama come down with the who water cane, it's a different. Why did they call that thing water cane? Why is that thing called water cane? Water cane. Please, does anybody have historic understanding of why the name water cane? Did they use water to make it? Why is it called water cane? There's sugar cane. Why is water cane? Then I know they bring water. Sugar cane, at least you taste sugar from the sugar cane. Water cane, they bring water. So please, I mean, at the water will come off our eye. I don't know. I just ask you. Anybody got idea? Me tell me. Henry Maru says, welcome to the show. 69 football. Say true. If it were in Africa, especially Nigeria fans will resort life out of the league. Now I'm saying, Manga say hello everyone. We don't gather here. We are gathering together unto the Lord. On a comment, they remind me of money version. Akimbola Larry says, you know, say Oyibo mess, no this man. That's what my mama talk. My mama say Oyibo shit na black man pomade. Oyibo mess na black man perfume. Also, I'm just say you are right in that way. Say Lewandowski should be sold. If I'm in Barcelona, I go sell Lewandowski. Not because this is not me saying that Lewandowski is not a good player, but it's a case of if I have a Rolls Royce. Say I have a Rolls Royce, I have a Bentley, I have a G-Wagon, G65 for instance. And things can't turn, things can't flip. Like Akimbola Erastus, that time when that guy will get the fastest human being in the whole universe since God created the world from Garden of Eden, that went from rich to poor within minutes. Fastest. I'm a name supposedly Guinness Book of Record. It's just that not be positive. That's why we know. That's why we know put on there. But that man name supposedly Guinness Book of Record. The children went to school in the morning with a Rolls Royce and the trek come back. Mona go search that thing out. That's why we one person and his wife and his son die for plane crash. The Nigerians they cry. It's like, really? When they write story history where the ink never drown, I don't forget. I know they notice where they happen for this in our country. Well, that's a different conversation. But you know, you have to now sell all those luxuries that you have so that you can maintain a good life. And I think Lewandowski right now is a luxury in Barcelona because he will not really win them the Champions League or the Premier League, the La Liga or anything again. They will still be struggling. So selling his salary 350 or so would pay like 2 to 3 players regular, and those players go play well. They go still achieve what they achieve right now. Frankie de Jong, I go sell him too. If not me, I go sell him. I bring in another player. You don't need to get those kind of luxury players. We'll be say 2 of them alone, their salary first, go dwarf like half the league table, their full salary. You know, so that's my opinion. But like they say, one man's meat is another man's poison. So let me say good morning from Manila, Filipino. My brother, wait. Let me even ask this question, not me. You know this Manila where you do so. So I've been there before, many moons ago, 2005, to be very, very precise. I find woman go Philippines. Woman want meet online. Man, I got the craze before. I start dying. I shower for Kimio. Like, because I shall behavior with that now. You just see person online, buy ticket, Back in the day, traveling used to be very easy. These days, you invite this one, that one, the whole process to get visa, to travel. Why traveling go hard like this? Meanwhile, this one they talk. So animals they cross border, they enter different countries. Like they run anywhere, nobody they stop there. But human being, the value of the earth, the zenith of God's creation, we need all this to deal with all this restriction. I travel from here to Ghana by road. They'll stop us on Nigerian border. They'll stop us on Benin. They'll check you for Togo. They'll check you for Aflao. Oh, God of heaven. Well, let's just leave it. That's why sometimes flying is good. Because you fly past the head of all those countries. Just airport, you just enter. You pass road. Oh, Jesus Christ. And you travel, you call come down. You call walk around that sun, go queue with people. We get body order, everybody, people they carry fish. Some people, all those Benin Republic people, a bit Togo people, where they dress with their every time, the 2 times we pass them, so they go to the All African Games and come back. We just see them like they go do Igbe. They go do my water service. Well, let's leave it like that. Lord Mayor says, I still wonder how that Argentine late minute goal was cancelled. It was offside. You not see the semi-automatic this thing. It was offside. Now it was a leg ahead. The player inside the goal is not regarded as an active player, so it was offside. If not the player with inside the net, now you can't. That one normal. That one is a justified one. It's just that it took 2 hours for VR to do the thing. Henry Maru say, I have to agree that United have been good in the transfer market, but I know that Sir Alex in the class of 92 are still around, so I know shake. Okay. I don't know what you're throwing this stone towards, but there's glasses around you. Don't go and shatter any glass right now, my brother. Akim Alalari says, I don't think Man United will light up the Premier League next season. They will still struggle for a top 4 spot. This is the one with Bobby Ray not going 1 year now. Ten Hag does not have the technicality to make them go up there. Mayo Mike says, good morning, everyone. Yeah, same. But there's a lot of argument. Bobby Ray said something that I kind of like try to reason with. The thing about positions, or when you take a position, somebody brings a superior argument, you have to listen. And if you're conclusively convinced that, okay, this person's argument is better than mine, you own up. Bobby's position is good, is right. And I also agree that 2 truths can stand side by side. It's always, I disagree with you or no. So your truth can be there and my truth can be here. It's 6 and 9, right? If you stand on that side, you are seeing 6. If I stand here, I'm seeing 9. Even though there is one single number, but those 2 truths can be put side by side, and we can respect each other. That's why I love this community. People don't come here to insult each other, and it's fine. But I want to say something. 14 games that they lost last season, plus the total number of draws. I can't remember the number of draws now, unless I check. One of the things that I noticed with Man United was that sometimes Erik ten Hag does not select players. I'm an Arsenal fan. I went through the Wenger era, and people like to sell this narrative that Wenger came and changed the Premier League. That's a lie. It's not a story you can convince me of. It's just that, listen, if you tell a lie repeatedly, it begins to take the shape of truth. Another lie, Mary Slessor stopped the killing of twins. Until recently, everybody believed that Jesus Christ is that guy, that's Caesar Borgia, who's a gay guy, who's a porn star, right? I'm going somewhere with all this narrative. If they tell a lie repeatedly, it takes the shape of truth. And the people who could not hold Arsene Wenger accountable for his football acumen would sell you one big story. He built a stadium for Arsenal. And you know why that story does not hold water where I am? I'm not a businessman. I run a business. You see, this company is registered under my name. I'm the majority shareholder. I have a few people who are just like, as per the reason why I gave them the shares, it's not because they contributed money. It's because if I just felt like if I do this thing alone, the me that I know, if I tire, I go quit. So I just call them like, so I'm not even know where my office is. I don't know where studio is. I say, I'm giving you 10% of this company, 10%, which is very big. You 10%, you 10%, you 10% like that. So I owe the other majority shares. Every single dime that's gone into running this business is mine, right? But the fear of calling a meeting and say, oh, I want to dissolve this company, have kept me going. So they are my accountability partner. I also set up another community called the Elevated TV family. Now that family, we've gone beyond just this channel and just this company, and we've really become family. But at the beginning, they were my accountability partner. I'm going somewhere with this. And every time I try to like really get fed up, I think about all of the sacrifices I've made, all of the commitments I've made, and I was like, you know what? Go in 1 month, 1 more month, 1 more week, 1 more day, 1 more week, 1 more hour, right? And it has kept us going like that. When I look at Man United last season, it reminds me of Arsenal and Arsene Wenger. There were games that Arsenal could have won tactically, irrespective of whether they were small boys or not. But Wenger was stuck in, this is how Arsenal should play, even though I don't have the materials and the players to play it. And it must be this Arsenal. This is the way of Arsenal. And in that way, Arsenal lost titles. There were titles that Arsenal lost by 4 points. And they drew games against Middlesbrough, Birmingham, Aston Villa, West Ham, and like that. And you could see that this one have got nothing to do with whether Manchester United was superior. It was just a stupid coach who did not understand that sometimes you play dirty to win. Sometimes you lock up and say, you know what? Let's pick up this maximum 3 points. You cannot score 4 goals against Newcastle and equalize 4-4, and you say you are there battling with your zipper. And have you noticed that all the time that Arsene Wenger was having problem with the zip was always when Arsenal were losing? Arsene Wenger never had a problem with the zip when Arsenal is winning, when they are doing well, right? But you look at this Man United, and I say, like, sometimes the selection is not good. You know that Rashford is not playing well. You're selecting him ahead of maybe Martial, who had given you Sancho was giving you a good play in the previous game, and then you put him on the bench. And Anthony Martial sometimes is useless as useless can be. That's the guy that you're not even supposed to. On Monday, you should tell him that he should watch from his house. He should go and stay home and not come to the stadium. But you will start him. He will be strolling. He's so disinterested, disconnected from the team. That's a very funny thing. Anthony, the DJ, the turntable guy, it's not contributing, it's not adding value. So, and every given time, and then I've seen them play a game where there is Anthony, there is Rashford, and then there is Martial, right? -3. And then when you lose 4-0 or 3-0, you start saying that the goalkeeper or the defense is not good. Yes, you had a mountain, a pyramid of injuries. Yes, Bobby told me that, okay, there is a way he wants to play that the players he have don't play like that. Now that's for me, I'm a coach. I'm a licensed UEFA licensed coach. So I'm going to say this. Coaches make their players to play the way they want to play. You sell your ideas and philosophy to the players, and your players have to adapt. That's why coaching is, that's the word coaching. That's the ing in it. It's a continuum. You start telling them, this is how we do. You shape them in. Then they fit into your plan. For Eric Ten Hag, the expectation is they have to buy certain type of players, and then people use Pep Guardiola as an example. I disagree with that Pep Guardiola example. When Pep Guardiola went to Bayern Munich, he taught those players to play his way. He didn't sign many players. Now the same players we meet there, the Frank Ribery, you see, they don't come more stubborn than those players in Bayern. Those guys had won everything before Pep came in. So who was Pep to come and tell them? But he made them run more. He made them work more. He made them triangulate. Now that thing that they miss now, we made them go with some company. And yesterday, this foolish Bayern Munich team go beat some people 14-1 in preseason friendly. I don't understand. What's friendly about that scoreline in the first place? If I go Germany, I would warn them. What was that? Play friendly match, maybe like 2-0, 2-1, 1-1. Make people get hope. Should be 14-1. Play match. I don't want to come out with the field says, hey coach, more they go that be friendly match. What's happen? Now wicked Jesus. We should be all this nonsense. You understand? But my point is, you can make your players play the way you want them to play. The way you want them to play. But with Eric Ten Hag, he's not gotten his type of player. Who should be his type of players? Who should be that? His system, his type of players. An academy coach. Your coach is in your team. Some players will come with their own ego and their personality. I love what you do with Cristiano Ronaldo, but you're fighting, you have problem with Mason Greenwood, you have problem with Jadon Sancho, you have everywhere now there's a problem here and there. And then some idiot in England say, they donated, hey God, I beg you, they donate 30 million to charity. You cannot talk now, better not go gimmick. Well, first of all, my channel is 99% men. Now only my sister and 2 other persons, I mean the women within my channel. Would I not cancel my channel? So having said that, I think that I don't trust Eric Ten Hag tactical acumen as a manager. That's where I have a little issue. Other than that, I will see. So if they would migrate from their 8th position and their near building 10th to find a consistent run, okay, so we'll give them the benefit of, we'll give Man United and Eric Ten Hag the benefit of the doubt. Also the fact that Liverpool, I do not feel that Liverpool will do well. I don't know, but I don't think that Liverpool will do it because the disparity, the difference in culture, in coaching style and culture, Dutch people are not the aggressive rush kind of people. The Dutch are the Dutch, okay? They are the low budget version of the Germans. Germans are highly efficient, aggressive, get it done. They are the American of Europe. The Dutch, on the other side, are white Africans. Yeah, they are white, but they are quite like Ijaw people. If you've ever lived in the riverine area of Niger Delta, you understand. Ijaw people need a hurry. They be like Ghana people. They're not in a hurry. No pressure. Abi, you know, everything for them is just an easy life. Let's take it easy. Let's flow with the tide. You know, they go flat like that. That's the Dutch people. They're also very, very waterside people as well in Europe. So I don't think that these players who are used to performing only when you put them under intense pressure, when you demand high performance from them, will not come and then you not lower the pressure, you not lower the bar. First off, Mo Salah will stroke throughout the games, will score when he needs to score, and you know, then the coach will now, you know, this is where the crisis will come. The coach will now be substituting him when he's not supposed to. It will cause problem. Now in Nunez, if he misses those chances that he's missing, this coach will want to impress, will yank him off, and then start tweaking his tactics, and then January will come, he start crying that they should sign this striker, sign that striker, and then the PGMOL will do some things that will make Arne Slot go to the press and go and say things he's not supposed to say. And then, boom, overnight, Liverpool will now be facing that crisis of, what's it called now? That crisis of the press, the media is going against it. You know that thing that happened with Rafael Benitez? I'm already playing next season in my head. I'm already playing this season. This is how my head works. I'm already playing next season in my head. So I don't think that Liverpool do well. So could that be the window that Man United would see as slotting? But is Man United really good? Is this engine tried and trusted to the point where they can run? You know, it's one thing to build a new car, it's another thing to stress test it, okay, and get it to the point where you can say it is certified, fully engineered, certified, fit to go on the road. I say it's stamp certified. Have we tested it? Well, we shall see when the season starts. First 10 games, first 15 games, we will know whether that defense will still be conceding goal. The good thing is we can't argue Onana can make save, but he can also swallow goals. Okay, it's a shark. He can shop, he can destroy, but take him out of the water, there's a problem. So we will see how that goes for Man United fans. I don't know if I can say I'm wishing you guys well, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Akimola Larry say, I don't think Man United will light up the Premier League next season. They will still struggle for a top 4 spot. Ten Hag does not have the technicality to make them go up there. Mayo Michael says, good morning, everyone. Olafat says, good morning, boss. For me, Man United aren't ready to get into a top 4. They still need to ship out some deadwood in their team. And I'm not hearing that Rashford is going anywhere. For me, it's surprising me because I think that the first player that they would have been talking about is, Rashford, get out of here. But for where he's still there. So I'm struggling a little bit to understand why Rashford is not going anywhere. Akimola Larry says, make una click the like button. I don't tire yourself. They don't even try today. Now I'm sorry about say hi, Elegote family. You see this Paris brouhaha. Nobody should even try to cut them any slack. If this wasn't a live game, trust me, they would have hid this from us. Their own, they happen codedly. The other says, the good morning, Elegote and the family. It was as if I was watching a movie yesterday during the invasion. France, no, they won't grill. Okay, Temitayo, Tiami says, Tyrell, waiting from Crystal Palace. Why United come like Bissaka kind of player like this? That one self, no good for attack. Okay. I mean, I was wondering when I first saw the story, I was like, okay, some of the same. I don't know. They could have a ring, and it could be for their own good. Now, so if I say, I don't price Ferrari already now. You good. No, and the one we do for toy. Those ones for ShopRite we do for toy. What my son get that small one, that small tiny miniature one like that. And he will buy. Motherland NG. What's with the all capital letter now? He say, with what you saw last night of Chelsea, do you think next season will be better than last season for Chelsea? My name is Daly, and I have followed the program daily since June. So I'm not one of those people who, when I do my analysis, I build my argument on preseason. Because if you look at the preseason, I think when I interviewed or during one of our interviews, I asked him that question, and he said there's no player who goes into a friendly match or a preseason game with the intent of giving 100%. So it's not competitive. It's not a do or die. It's just, okay, let me show that I'm fit. So, I mean, I play football, so I know how this works. You don't stretch yourself too much. Now, preseason, what I go overdo, now I think my career to end. Okay, played a great season, had a good game. I should have rested, but the African man in me wanted to prove points unnecessarily. So players don't really give their all. But there's something I saw that I like. Remember that Chelsea towards the end of last season came into their element, and that was why I felt they should have left Pochettino to continue. They came into their element. They start playing this inverted defense that Pep Guardiola have told everybody now that this is the right way to play. Okay, I'm not going to fault it, because if something is successful, you can't argue against it. What's the need? You be the ignorant one to be arguing against such a thing. But I think that the players themselves have gone through 1 year of battle. What I think Chelsea needs is, Nkunku is back. He didn't play last season. Nkunku is back. But I still think that they need another striker. To bank on Jackson, the thing with strikers is, the way Jackson struggled last season, his confidence will be shaky a bit. And now, to bank on him as a guy, the deliverer, be a little bit of a problem. So I think that if they can get another striker who's a goal-getter, who's somebody that, can strike the fear of God in the hearts of people, I still don't think that Chelsea need a Raheem Sterling, because Raheem Sterling, Raheem Sterling play a kind of football that I am no longer interested in. That is, one day is in the form that makes you question why the England national team don't take him, and then for the next 5 games, that's just a Lingard type of form, Jack Wilshere to Walcott type of form, where in the next 5 or 6 games is not there, and then just when you not take the decision that, after this game, if you play like this, I'll take him out, he give you boom, another amazing performance, creating goals, scoring goals, running at defenders, So the inconsistency to his game, like Samuel Chukwueze and the Moses Simon type of performance, It's something that Chelsea does not need right now. If they need to aim for that top four. Chelsea does have a squad, but they don't have a team yet. Can Enzo Maresca, now with the dressing room unrest and all that, can he really, weave this team together and get them going? I'm not sure. I'm not that confident that he can do it. So for me, the jury is out on them, and I'm fingers crossed, and I'm looking at like, you know what, this is not. I'm not sure this is going to happen, but let's watch and see. So that's the way I see him. I see the Chelsea team. I'm still going to be watching Chelsea. I give them the benefit of the doubt to the first 5 games of next season and see how the coach have harmonized them together, and then we can go from there. All I'd say, for me, Manchester United can be 2 steps forward and 5 steps backward. Selling Aaron Wan-Bissaka and going for Mazraoui, a half-legged Aaron Wan-Bissaka is better than Mazraoui. Man, I get bad match. Henry Maru say now because he know they break easily, the cane go just the twist anyhow. Okay, that's why they call it water cane. Eh? Okay, thank you very much. I don't like your days you be like that guy shop water cane like me. What Lewandowski still the fine for Europe. Now until when Barca begin I'm salary before in head go correct, he makes the shop money for Saudi, if they do suffer head for Barcelona. The lot of you say let Barca sell Levan at his age is a luxury, not necessary. Okay, Mayowa Michael says God will help you in your math. What I don't do again? I don't do anything. Quantum Leap TV say ladies are on track today. All support for girls. Okay. Victory Edukere says good morning, everyone. I agree with you. Lewandowski should be offloaded from the Barcelona team. Lord Mayor says LOL Philippines define sharp, but they're too flat. Lord Mayor say they use their love drag you come. That time my head not correct. You know when you travel, go somewhere, you can't realize, man, I just wasted this flight money. So make I don't enjoy them. I don't enjoy the money. Now you go pay, if you go pay money for a hotel, you call it the hotel, you cannot say their food no suit. You call it feel like make a thief their television or thief their remote, thief their towel, thief their duvet, some things where you just say the hotel, you just want to steal them to compensate because their food no sweet and it's too expensive. I don't know, you don't have some of them the way they go to hotel, you know this feeling the day. Right? The thing says is about me. I never thief hotel things, but sometimes I've been tempted to want to. Lord may I say, okay, I think I've read that one. Kalajai Ibrahim say, good morning, boss, good morning to you. Rajima should say, is it FIFA that appoint officials for the Olympic Games football tournament? It was even on Twitter, I saw that the game never ended in a draw. It was shocking to see. Ugo had point, not be FIFA they run football. The line I say looks like the VAR used yesterday is having low memory. I mean, how long does it take to indicate check for offside? The pitch invasion didn't help as well. Kalajai Ibrahim said, does signing Daniel Olmo and Nico Williams a solution for Barca, or signing a DM should be a priority? And what's your take on both teams comparison Barcelona and Real Madrid for this season? Barcelona is a motorway stuck in Oshodi, old Oshodi traffic. Real Madrid is a private jet that have taken off. This is how I will compare the two of them right now. They have completed their stadium. The project is now a profit-making project. In the last 10 years, Real Madrid and Man United have spent exactly the same amount of money, £1 billion or €1 billion. Anyhow you want to target on what currency. One, still have a dilapidated stadium, a squad that they are not sure of, a team that is happy that in the last 2 years they've won the Carabao Cup and they've also won the FA Cup. Which some seasons ago, when Arsenal won that same title, they say, why are they celebrating winning the FA Cup? Right? So, and the other one is winning league title and Champions League. So those are two different things. The other one also does not have problem signing the players they want to sign and paying them the salary they want to pay them and having a coach that is stable. Barcelona, on the other hand, is Ama House of Horror or Fuji House of Commotion. There's a whole lot that is going on. First off, Dani Olmo and Nico Williams is a signing of ego. egotistical signing. Do they need them? Yes, they need them. Underline that word need. But you see, those players, if you're going to take them to Barcelona, each of them will demand from 200 to 250,000 euros per week. Now, if you're going to pay those players that money and look at the fact that you don't have money, there's going to be a whole lot of burden on you. I agree that, remember that Bayern, FC Barcelona, have sold their future like Nigeria that borrows against their future earnings and all, right? So it is not easy to stabilize this ship without being solvent, without money flowing in. That's not a problem that Real Madrid have. Madrid are now making profit, which means they are not in debt, they are not burdening about anything, they are paying their bills, they are footing their bills themselves. There are two kinds of drunkard, two kinds of alcohol lovers. The ones who go hang out with people and looking for free drink, and the ones who actually have enough to buy their own drink. And the one that get drunk is always the one that drink other people's drink. So Barcelona right now are the ones who are drinking other people's drink. So they are obviously the ones who will get drunk. So we don't have any basis to compare them. But then talking about signing, I think that the need for Dani Olmo is because Pedri and the other boy is having Gavi also. They are having injuries that's making their performance inconsistent. And as good as they can be, there's a tad bit of inexperience in them. And then you have, Yamal, who is very good, but inexperienced. I think that Barcelona saw the combination play between Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, and they feel like if we have this two-prong, it's like having Frank Ribery and Edu Johnson, or Frank Ribery and Ian Robben and Edu Johnson, or Frank Ribery and Ian Robben. The way they function at Chelsea and at Barcelona, anybody in the middle will score. So it's a need, but can they afford it? I need a Ferrari. I need a private jet. I can't afford it, so I'm driving a rickety, dilapidated Honda City, pending when I rise. Right? So if Barcelona don't fix that, they will still go back to the problem that they blame Bartomeu for, because Bartomeu was spending, hoping that no one will win. There's Messi here, we'll win the treble again, we'll make more money, more sponsors, money will come. But right now, if you look at football carefully, you notice that almost everything, the prices are coming down, the economy is crazy, everything is shrinking. So there's not going to be that much money available in the market. Why put yourself under that kind of stress? I think that maybe what they should have been saying is, okay, we want to let Frankie de Jong go, we want to let Lewandowski go, then they are open to sign anybody. But unfortunately, that's not happening. Right now, we can't even compare Real Madrid. The gap is so big, we can't compare the two of them. When Barcelona are done building their stadium and making state-of-the-art stadium like the Madrid one, or the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, or the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, then we can have a conversation around comparing the two of them. But right now, it's daylight and night. In two cases, death and sleep, you are not awake in both, but one you can wake from, one you cannot wake from. So that's the difference between Madrid and FC Barcelona right now. There is no, the gap is too much. Okay, everybody says somebody say now Anthony win the Brinjota Ngwangwo dance challenge. That one, I don't even get anything to say. Olafa says he's not gotten his type of players. After spending 300 million over 2 seasons, this is why Man United wants to progress. How will he use you to stupor and throwing him to the media? The Delaware say, I'm surprised too, seeing that all of this transfer, bro, does not involve Rashford. Can he be untouchable, or are they afraid of what the British press might say about being Englishman? No, it's not about him being Englishman. It's a question of who. Has anybody made an offer from him? One, I think that they are pricing him out of the market, rich. But secondly, nobody's made any concrete offer for him. Because let's be very honest, who really want Rashford in their team? A player who chooses to play well and chooses to go off. You don't want to have that kind of player. If I'm paying you, my brother, you go walk the walk. Oh. If I'm paying you, even people want to pay safe. If you carry my name or my brand name, which you will walk the walk, which they bring that player to come. Temita says, I think should this be Pep last season in the EPL, it will have it easy. Arsenal and Aston Villa seems to be the only two teams to push for the title this season. The others have some coaching to do. Arola Adeyi says if Okoko can stay fit, Chelsea will be challenging for the top 4 only if he can stay fit. Okay, we can't rely on Jackson's wastefulness only if he can put in the extra work to improve his finishing. He might get better this season anyway. He might get better because one of the things I like about Jackson, with all this plenty talk that we're talking, is the fact that he gets himself in the right position. And if he gets Nkuku hovering around him, this might just work. You can knock out Raheem Sterling and put Nkuku somewhere there, and then we'll see how it goes. It just might work. Chelsea is not far from getting it right. They are not very far off. They are very close. Temi says, I think should this be okay? I think I read that one. Alava says, so boss, I want to ask you, between the La Liga MX of Mexico and English Championship, which is the bigger league? What's your definition of bigger league? What's your understanding of bigger league? Because you have to give me, put this in proper perspective or proper context for me to be able to answer it, because this question is, first off, is very, very ambiguous, but it's also a setup. So let's talk about audience base, for instance. How many people follow the English Championship properly, right? And then the Mexican League. Look at the population that they've got in that region, in North America and South America, and then look at the following of the England. In England, the league that people follow is the Premier League. The Championship is good, highlight a few news items here and there, the promoted team and a few teams that are making noise. But to be very honest, if I ask anybody now to name the 24 teams in the Championship, nobody knows them. Like you can't get past 6. Once you get to 6, you're struggling already. So I think the Champions League is, that glorified half brother who everybody know that when the papa died, they're not going to give her any inheritance, but he's jumping in the car, he's driving, he's making noise, playing loud music. But when the time reaches to share property, they'll call reminder, say, well, your mama used you and call this marriage. You're not a child in this marriage, so there's nothing for you, right? And that's how the Championship, that's how the English Championship is in my eyes, okay? Because they're always the hand-me-down league. It's not really that. This is my own opinion anyway. The last one says, Oreska, Slot, and Ag, we never know what to expect. We will need to wait which of them steps to complete third place after Arsenal and City. Maresca and Slot, Lena and Han, they like a public school teacher. Lami Lamere says, morning bro, morning to you. Will Super Falcons progress from this their mountain Kilimanjaro group? I really don't know. I'm trying my best to avoid even talking about it because I don't know. I'm wishing them the very best. I mean, I love the girls, but that group is tough. Spain is there, Brazil is there, Uruguay is there, Mexico also is there. It's tough. It's going to be tough. I mean, they start today now. We'll see. Let them play. Now I'm saying about that, so I want to understand more the place of media in club fans engagement and club development. I say the thing our media officers do on our platform, and I'm not happy about it. I feel they can do more. So first off, if you're not happy about it, means you already know what media does because you have a certain expectations. Let me tell you, the best league in the world is the La Liga. The most talked about league in the world is the Premier League. What is the reason? If you have DSTV, let's start with DSTV. Let's leave the people who use Sky Sports. Let's first talk to the Nigerian audience. The reason why you love the English league more than the La Liga is because the English league have about 6 channels on DSTV that shows you, they show you the game, they show you news on Sky Sports twice every day. Early morning, afternoon, and evening, 3 times a day. Don't say why I use DSTV. So I'm not blaming. Then there is the FPS show. There's the Monday Night Football. There is the league review show. There is the club shows. Then if you're on YouTube, for instance, they have more YouTube content that is tailored to engage the audience. There's a fan zone where everybody wants a voice. Today, the most expensive asset is people's attention. If you can get people's attention, you are a god. Now, the richest people are people who have the most attention. What does Mark Zuckerberg sell? Nothing. But he have a crowd in one platform called Facebook. Why did somebody sell Twitter for to X for $49 billion. What's really the reason? Because he is able to prove that I have XYZ number of people on that platform. The same way, YouTube, everybody is sending the advertising budget to YouTube because YouTube controls the entire human attention right now. Okay, so much so that they can even allow you to pay for YouTube Premium so that you don't get advert and you listen to every type of music like I do and not get advert disturbing you, but they're still making money. So attention is the thing. But what is the means of connecting that attention to product? It is the media. The worst thing that we've not two things that we've not learned in Nigeria is the business of sports and the media of sports. What we have only done over the years, and I'm also guilty because I used to work in terrestrial media, was reporting what other people have reported majority of the time. My years doing this work, this is the hardest work I've done in my life, since I was born. And I have coached, I've built an airport runway, I have worked in construction, I've worked in oil rig, I have also worked in helping to build a platform. It's 6-leg, 8-leg, and 12-leg jacket. Yeah, that's what it's called, a rig, right? I've worked in the boats. I've do lawman type of work, carry dirty. I've played football. But the hardest job I've done in my life is YouTube. And why? Because on one front, like on this show now, we're discussing what other people are doing in their life. On the other front, I move from my house. I travel around, go and do interview, get people to talk, to recap and relive memories, like the Mucha Adequaji interview or some the Lisa interview or the next set of interviews I will bring her. They are freaking so expensive. 2 seasons ago, when I was traveling around Nigeria, at one point I woke up and I said, bring out the receipt, collect it. 11,637,000 naira we have spent in trying to create content that was not giving us even 1,000 views, right? So we put a hold on it. Like, I can't go like this. This is not a good business. This is the most expensive and the most difficult work that I have done. But if you go back to 2017, when we started this journey, 90% of people were not doing content around the Nigerian League or grassroots football club. Between 2017 and today, there are more content creators. The last AFCON, Nigeria have the most media presence. 80% of the media presence, they were independent journalists, not attached to any terrestrial media houses. So media is the vehicle that takes any sporting event from point A to point B. Media is the reason why anybody will put money. I told you guys of how we went to market the NPFL, and we were told categorically that, look, Portable have more engagement on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The algorithm, they search it and they'll show you. So it's not like they're lying to you. The algorithm is there to prove it. Have more engagement than the entire NPFL season. So we need to do more. This season that just ended, 380 games played, 10 or 15 minutes rant by Victor Osimhen generated more social media engagement and interactions than the entire 380 games that was played in the league. So that alone answers the question. When it comes to media, we need to learn. First of all, we need to unlearn this whole idea of everything is a press release. This whole idea of WhatsApp. The greatest enemy to African sports development is WhatsApp. Lazy people gather a WhatsApp group, gossiping people. They can't, run a website properly. They can't run a social media account properly. They can't run Twitter or TikTok properly. People struggle to create content. People, when they create 10 content and they're not getting engagement again, they just pack up and leave. Now, I've seen a lot of people like that because I've spoken to quite a lot of media officers, and very simple, basic things that you expect them to do or learn how to do. If you can't use Premiere Pro and all the Adobe Audition, all the heavy liftings, you can use CapCut. Right, but they are not doing that. And I keep saying that if I have access to 35 players, a coach, backroom staff, management, and I'm the media officer of a team, I don't hammer. Yes, I don't hammer because I'm going to do things that are, people be wondering like what's going on here, right? There's too much thing to do. If I schedule an interview with all the 35 players, that's one player per day for a whole month. and I will still have players left over. And then I will repeat it again. And then we'll talk about food that they eat. We'll talk about their dressing. We'll talk about them go shopping. We'll talk about their family. We'll talk about where they were before they came to the club. We'll talk about projecting the journey. We should have a cam, maybe a camcorder or a body cam, a 360, a GoPro that record only our travels. So you call it travel cam. And every content that you put on that space is just about our traveling, the hashtag and everything. People want to know. Nigerians want to know, when NPFL player even travel, how do they go? You understand? How do they go? If they go by road, how do they do them? Where do they stop? If they go from Port Harcourt to Kano, how many stops do you have? What do you do on the road? We don't know that, right? These are things that we should do, but unfortunately, people say ideas are a dime a dozen. But with Nigeria, I realize that ideas are so hard, like people who are supposed to know it don't know it. So it's a long conversation, but that's just the truth. On the day we discover that media is the engine room of that this is a what's it called? Is a master key that opens the door of financial inflow. We will keep struggling. That's just the way I see it. Okay, P-Man, I think it says it is named Watercane because it is grown around creeks, streams, etc. They are not just used to canes alone. They are used to weak shares, basket, and other household items. Now, you talk, so when I flog you, all the memory will come out, buddy. And I'm say, boss, one day this Honda City will call you out. You know, go let them, but not true now. This is dilapidated Honda City. No worry. The Ferrari go social. When you show, I will let the Honda City rest. And I'm saying back, I say also, I was understand I was following the engagement on X, the Arsenal game earlier this morning, and the guy was mentioning the names of the guys that scored. Not say back, but then Trossard missed. He wrote, "We hit the post." Why, please? Because we hit the post. We hit the post. That's what it means. What do you want him to say? To run down his own player? No. He gave you Nisha. The reason he did that, that's the reason why you're talking about it right now. That's the reason. Okay, people I understand. Lord Mayor said, boss, how do you see Nwaneri today's game? He is really a gem. So Nwaneri is a good player, but Arsenal is upwardly mobile. One of the things I've heard on many platforms, but Fast Tribe, I follow them a lot, says that because of the Chindo guy that is going to Man United, Arsenal have missed, this one is on Arteta. Listen, Arsenal is coming from an era where trusting young players, academy player, kept them in the doldrum. The Arsenal is in this 21 year run of not winning anything because a manager came and believed that he wants to trust on the youth. And the youth that he trusted in took them this far. And I will get to the point where for 7 or 6 years, Arsenal didn't play in the Champions League. It will be suicidal, to be disastrous if Arteta decides to follow that route. So he is following a different route. First off, let's win some titles. Then we cannot have the confidence of giving young players. Go back to Pep Guardiola. When he first came in, he disbanded the team. First season, he didn't win anything. Next season, he brought in the heavy guns. Now, they've mastered the art of winning, so you cannot have Phil Foden. The same coach that let Kelechi Iheanacho go, you cannot have Phil Foden playing. You cannot have Rico Lewis playing. You cannot have... But don't forget that this same coach let Kopama go. Because you have Julian Alvarez on the bench, you have Erling Haaland starting. Where the hell is Kopama going to play? Right? So, for him to let some of these young players go is because the team, the young ones where they produce for the academy, where they give chance, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, Smith Rowe, they are not living up. Once you guarantee that these guys are going to come and live up, the intensity, the standard, football is easy when you look at for eye. And when they put you in the mix to play, you can realize it's not that easy. So the coach is in a place where there's only one thing on my head. I want to win a title. I want to be the guy who won the first title for Arsenal, the first league title for Arsenal after 20 years. And he's progressing from 60-something point to 80-something point. He knows that he needs to get to 91, 92, and then he will win the title, right? So that's the target. Would Nwaneri give it to him? Where would Nwaneri play? The first question I would like to ask people about Nwaneri is, where would he play in the team? Who will give one a chance to play for that team like that? So those are some of the things that we need to look at. And I don't think that as good as he is, he fits into that place where he can play. Olafa said Times was having a conversation about it on Omari Hutchinson and comparing him with Flores, who was his mate at Arsenal and playing in Mexico, who have had a finalist in the FIFA Club World Cup before. Okay, I think it's about diversity. And in Spanish-oriented countries, they have more access to the Spanish La Liga than English-oriented countries. Okay, Mike, I say back to our X-Page discussion on club owners and ecosystem, right? Thank you very much, Lami Lamere, for sharing 10 pounds with us. I really like your objective football analysis. Thank you very much. I'm honored for that. I don't like the days you say, wait, you don't reach 20 plus years. Arsenal never win league. Yes, it's 21 years now. This is the 21st year of them not winning. In case this season end, the last season was the 20th year. So if this season end without the title, it will be 21 years. But if they win the title this year, it will have taken them 21 years to come back and win the title. The last time they won the league title was 2003, 2004 season. So we're now having 2024, 2025 season. So 2004 to 2014, 10 years. 2014 to 2024, 20 years. But then we're not going to play the 2024, 2025 season. And let's hope that they win it. If they don't win it, then it's their own cup of tea. Well, thank you very much for joining me on the show today. I really appreciate it. Lami Laberi appreciate it. Analysis, when people compliment the analysis, it really sweet me for body because it feels like I'm also learning how to do interviews. I don't think that I've done the best interviews, even though your interview was great. I always go back and look at my interviews like, oh, Jesus Christ, I missed that point where I was supposed to do this one, do that one. But when it comes to analysis, if I watch my analysis, I was like, I was overkilling stuff. Like, that's the feeling I get anyway. But having said that, let me say, the front say, no. This your cruise, Well, thank you very much, everyone, for being part of the show. I really do appreciate it. Okay, I really do appreciate your time on the show. Like I always say, as much as we are crazy and ecstatic about what's the next 100,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers are going to come, to have 15,575 as of now is a great progress as far as I'm concerned. Knowing where we started from, and all of the adapters, all of the people who said it's not going to work, I am grateful. And to get to the point now where people say, I like what you're doing, take this 10 pounds, take this 20 pounds, take this 50 pounds, thank you very much. And to those people who say, I don't want to come out in public, I want to be behind the scenes, send me your account number and I'll send you money. People like Dr. Chasson, people like Professor Aruturego, and Johnny Gaffar, Bobby Ray, and all of the people who support us behind the scene, keep the generator running, data running. God bless you. My name is Edafi Manchester. You love to come in the Lebanon Sports. It's been a wonderful time on the show today. Let's do the Pidgin English version tomorrow. It's going to be short. Like I said, I'm going to be at my son's school for their summer camp to present a paper on the use of media and all of the question and answers around it. I hope I do well tomorrow. And then on Saturday, my students at the Kubit are graduating. I'm also going to be there. But thank you very much for your time. God bless you. Please, when we drop our content, engage the content, comment on it. I like the engagement on the Mocha Adepoju content already. I wish I could have more comments and more engagement, and share with your friends. I don't think the interviews are bad. We could be better, but they're not bad. So please do well to help us spread the words and bring more people, convert more people to this channel. God bless you and have for yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.